Good morning, pregame crew. It is Monday, October 25th, 8:24 a.m. Eastern, 6:24 Mountain Time. You're at the pregame show. Hey, Night Truck, Roger, Dino, Amira, Asia, Jason, Armin, Jared, Michael. Good morning. Hey, Herman, or He-Man. Sorry, He-Man. And Gornex, thanks, Chuck. Audiovisual check is good. Thank you. Hey, Jad, Dip and Rip, Tamazon, Crypto Investments. If you have any tickers you want me to look at real quick before I get started, I can look at those. Awesome, Gomex. Welcome. Hey, Davy Baby JV. I just wolfed down some protein waffles to give myself some energy for the show. Yeah, let's crush it today, Scott. Sounds great. I've already had an amazing morning. METX. Okay, I've never looked at that. That doesn't sound familiar. Okay, it's a penny stock. That's why. Real beat up. Black Dirt breakdown. Just know that these stocks will take years off your life because they're just so unpredictable. And the majority of the time, if you're less than $1, you're usually a junker. The fundamentals being poor. Now, the fundamentals may be great on this stock. I have no idea. But when I see a chart like this, I know what this means. Even though I graduated from LSU, I still know what this means. This is a pump and dumper. This is terrible dilution and terrible financials and fundamentals. So there's your levels. I hope it treats you well. PYPL is doing great this morning. So PayPal is on my list today. No pins deal. We talked about it last week, targeting the prior announcement price. We said that if all of this bearish reaction on PayPal is happening, they're either pricing in the deal, plus if the deal gets taken off the table, it could pop. And that's what it's doing this morning. It's popping on that deal being taken off the table, meaning investors aren't concerned about debt and PayPal board having to incur a lot of debt in order to buy pens at whatever it was going to be, $70, $90 a share, whatever. And then of course Pens is taking it in the chin. Pens is taking it in the chins. So looking good. Should be a nice volatile mover today. Crisp, sure. Okay, let me go back to that chart. 95.11. We broke the monthly higher lows. That's definitely not bullish. So we hit 92.33. They're trying to save the body of this candle. They're trying to save it, but overall, again, that's pretty bearish to break that monthly higher low. On the hourly, the bulls have a lot of work to do. They need to get over 97.80. 96.20 during regular trading hours. Then 97.80, give me a higher low, and then go back and tackle that high again. Thanks, Wave. Hey, Jorge. Oh, Lucid looks great. I like that chart a lot. I looked at it this weekend. I was drooling over it. It was almost a swing report name. It's just so volatile. So they showed pictures this weekend of their cars on the back of a truck getting delivered. So, I mean, looks like their business model's working, and this is not vaporware. This is the real thing. Resistance 25.66, 28.39. We have a squeeze. We're holding the 50 RSI. This looks fabulous. Yeah, Tesla's great. Tesla is doing wonderful. My morning was made with this. I played these warrants, and I had some from Friday. I bought this dip over here. So I'm already all out of these warrants. So all of these big movers, Bean, DWAC, and Fun, those three have warrants. And it kind of acts like an option, so it's really, really volatile. So now I've taken these off my screen. They're too volatile now. I got my money. So you'll see here I'm watching DWAC, Mark, Fun. There's another one. DWAC, Mark, Fun. Oh, and Bean. Where did my Bean go? So I'll be watching those four today, but I'm not watching the warrants now because of the high risk. I'm done with the warrants, and I just want to trade commons. So BNE was amazing. And let me show you what we did with BNE. B-E-N-E. So as a room, on Friday, I posted that this name was getting some volume around $10.30. As a room, a lot of us got in. We had a big group thread going. I sold at like 1807. Dan sold a little bit higher. Wonderful pullback. And then we have a member in the room, Devin. He's done videos on crypto blow off tops. And so it was really cool. So we had this 86% move. When you have this big move, typically you can expect a 40% pullback. You know how helpful that is to have that math as a general rule of thumb. So this is about 40% in the $11 range. And then after you start seeing the buying of the dip, you typically get a 20% bounce. And of course, we're way over that 20% bounce. But that's what had me confident in swinging this, was this blow off top with that 40% pullback and then swinging a very small position. So I chose the warrants because they cost a lot less and I have less capital on the table. Good day. It's 8:30 a.m. Let's get started. You have found yourself at the pregame show. Welcome. You're among friends. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I am part of the Chart Guys community. We teach technical analysis. We have a swing report service that sends out videos, a 42-page newsletter with names for the upcoming week, market overview, sector rotation. We have Trader Pro alerts. We gave away a Trader Pro alert subscription on Friday. Congratulations to the winner of that. And we just have an overall thriving community, and we teach technical analysis. We teach you how to fish. We don't necessarily give you fish. We teach you how to fish. We post setups all day long. We post news, and we have a lot of professional traders in our room, and it's just an overall fun environment. So this is what I'm looking at on ES. I will start with the indices. Then I will go over crypto, commodities, and movers and shakers of the day. I'm trying a new coloring system over here on the labels, so excuse me there. Queen of the Mountain just means that it's an overall favorable setup that I will be eyeing today. And this is from my few hours of digging through charts. This is what I find to be primo setups. And that's what Queen of the Mountain means. If you're interested in my chart setup, it's on the screen now. I'm going to take it off. You can rewind to look at it if you would like. All right. So everything that I see has a hurry up and wait feel to it with earnings anticipation. With Facebook going after hours today, for me, I've been trying to think of an analogy. I don't know if you're into drag racing, but it's kind of like the bad car is going out first. It's going to set a pretty low bar. And I feel, and that's a key word, feel, because I have no idea, that the rest of these companies, the bar will be set low by Facebook, and then the bar will be set low and everyone else can jump over that bar, meaning Amazon, Apple, Google. It remains to be seen. But we are just in these equilibrium patterns, and I'll go through the charts and I will try to slow down. I know a lot of you don't like that I go fast, and some of you love that I go fast, but I will try to be thorough on the very key charts. So this is what I'm watching, this potential 4-hour EQ. This is what I'm watching on ES. Odds favor a lower high compared to 455150. If we scroll out, we could have a daily bull flag. In order to have a daily bull flag, I would like one more candle here. I want it to drop below. So then my magnet's on, so I can't scoot it over, but I want one more candle over here and just get that slight angle and give those bulls a breather. And that's the most ideal setup for me. Of course, I'm not in the predicting business, so we'll see what happens. On the hourly, you can see this a little bit clearer. Oh well, you get the picture. I'm looking for, oh no, 1 second. Got rid of my pivots. Okay, here we go. So I'm looking for that lower high compared to 4546. It remains to be seen. And of course, a lower high compared to 455150. But the bulls have everything in their favor to take this and run. We have this squeeze on the 4-hour. And overall, we just had a bullish night, Nasdaq. So Nasdaq is the fly in the ointment for me because we have the big earnings this week on the big tech names, and the US 10-year will not chill out. We've talked about bonds. We talked about it Friday. I keep bringing it up. So bonds need to chill out. Let me go back out to the weekly. Do you see this big charge up? This is the bonds going higher. That's a fear of interest rates going higher, which will impact tech. negatively more than any other sector because tech has a lot of debt on their books, and it will also decrease their cash model, their discounted cash flow, their overall valuation model. It brings down the valuation. As interest rates go higher, they have an inverse relationship. So technology has two things this week that are pretty important. We need bonds to find a top, and we need earnings to be positive. It remains to be seen what will happen, but what would be ideal in this weekly chart, we double top by 0.001 here. We hit 0.705 here, 0.706 here. We need that to stick and then pull back and start getting lower highs and lower lows. So I know that's a lot of moving pieces, but I just want to show you there's hardly anything that we do that's in a vacuum, like hardly anything. Everything is correlated together. RTY, again, I will say it over and over and over and over and over. It's one of the prettiest charts out there, and it's the most explosive charts out there. This is an explosive squeeze pattern, meaning they have shaken that Coke can to there's no liquid in it, and it's just nothing but pure PSI waiting to be released, either to the upside or to the downside. When you have a tightening range, you typically favor the preceding trend. If you position yourself for the preceding trend, you will get it right more times than not. However, it can just as quickly fire to the downside. So be aware of that. So on the 4 hour, this is what I'm looking at for RTY. So Nasdaq, you see that we're farther from the higher high up here. ES, we're closer. But it's my contention that Nasdaq will weigh way more heavily on ES and keep it from achieving that higher high because Nasdaq's distance from that higher high. RTY distance from that higher high, again having an impact on ES. And then we have a potential 4 hour head and shoulders on RTY. YM, we're closer to a higher high, but YM has much less factor on ES than Nasdaq does. So YM is a little healthier. It's healthy, it's fine, but I don't know that if it were to achieve a higher high that it would mean a lot to ES. Now VIX, this is another one, VIX, this is another one of those moving pieces that I was talking about that I'm looking for a little bullish action on VIX, which would mean bearish action on the market in order for this to play out the way ideally that I want. Okay, we had this daily EQ. We broke bear. Now I want a little bit bigger bounce on this bear flag. So I want VIX to be a little bit elevated, a little fear in the market, getting a little scared about what Facebook's going to do, and then roll over. And then that would paint the perfect picture for the bull flag ES. Okay, so let me recap that in the most succinct way that I can. Y'all know I'm wordy, so I'll try to do my best. I'm looking for ES bull flag. I'm looking for Nasdaq. We have a daily bull flag. We need to hold on Facebook earnings. US 10-year, I'm looking for lower highs and lower lows on this 4 hour. We need that 4 hour lower high set, lower lows in order for Nasdaq bounce to keep going. RTY, I'm looking for this EQ to tighten with overall bullish EQ break. YM has no bearing on my thesis. And VIX, I'm looking for a bear flag with a slight bounce in order to break bear. Whew. I hope that made sense. Yeah, hit the like button, why don't you? All right, Bitcoin doing good things. 4 hour, we got the higher high. We've made enough room for a higher low on Bitcoin. And Ethereum, when I look at this chart, I'm thinking, if I'm a bull, I got some unfinished business up here. So we talk about magnets, all-time high, self-fulfilling prophecy. We are so close to that all-time high. It would be odd to not go tackle it at least. We may get over it and reject, peak above and reject, but it just seems as though we've got some unfinished business up there on ETH, and I could probably make an argument for a 2 hour cup and handle. Yep, on Ethereum. So Ethereum looks bullish to me. I like it a little bit better than Bitcoin, and as a room, we're watching AXS. Sorry. And we're in like Flynn. Okay, we got it. We got that bounce. Never mind, we're watching it, but we got the bull break. It had this tightening pattern. We had a squeeze. Congrats, AXS bulls. And if you're a Chart Guys member and you trade crypto, you probably got a piece of that based on Dan's post earlier. Gold. Gold wicked over 1810, that key resistance, but I wouldn't say it's impressive yet. we have enough room for a lower high now. So gold keeps making strides to change this bullish trend, but finds bears on every turn. It's like every turn of the mountain, it finds a bear. So we have daily higher highs and higher lows, and we got plenty of room for a higher low. Oil. What do you say to oil? Hey, oil. Congrats, oil. You rock, oil. This thing's just bullish. We have API estimates tomorrow, inventory Wednesday. It could have an impact to see some healthy consolidation. I know I'm anticipating healthy consolidation, but I've been anticipating that for 2 weeks, and I've been very wrong. So take with that what you will. Next resistance on nat gas, 5789. We're up 5% on nat gas. Swinging nat gas short has to be the most scariest trade that you can take over the weekend is nat gas short. Nat gas is called naughty gas, the widowmaker, for a reason. It has very extreme moves and powerful moves, so be careful swinging this, especially if you don't trade futures. If you're just trading UNG, there's no way I would swing this overnight without futures control and being able to hedge whatever position I had on in options or common. So nat gas, hourly uptrend, beautiful chart. I will be watching this gap though, down at 5318. Of course, I'm looking for a long position, but got to have a pullback. BNE. Okay, I talked to you about the blow off top, so now I got to give you new levels because I cleaned all that off. This name has massive volume pre-market. It has some type of affiliation with DWAC. I won't claim to be an expert in that. I don't care. That's not why I trade these names. I trade them because of volatility. So if you're all into the fundamentals, God bless you. But yo, you're on your own. So BNE, I will be watching these 4 names. So I'll change bros to BNE, DWAC, Mark, and Fun. That's what I'll be trading today. There's too much volatility. I can't step away from this. I have to do it. Have to, meaning I won't take a trade or force a trade, but with this type of volatility, I'll be looking for EQs. I will be looking for stair step patterns. Well, if that stair looks like that, I'll be scared, but stair step patterns where we break the high of low bar and vice versa. So DWAC has options today, I'm hearing. I haven't verified that myself. So here is a new resistance. Lots of volatility, 96.33, $89 on watch on a pullback. So I will be looking for every type trade setup I have in my tool belt. Tweezer bottoms, tweezer tops, stair step, high of low bar, low of high bar, equilibriums, inside bars, oversold, 5-minute back burner. Every tool I have in my tool belt, I will be looking for setups in those 4 names today. And the easiest way to trade this is just buy off support. So buying off support. So we have a gap way down here. So be careful. Mark bulls are looking a little tired now. Buying off support and shorting resistance, and make it an obvious level. Something that a beginner TA analyst could figure out. Oh, that's the level. That's the key level. Make sure it's something really obvious and you can buy those supports and put your stop right below it. PHUN. That's a lot of levels, but I had a method to my madness, so I'm going to keep them on. So those are your levels with PHUN, very volatile. That's a bearish diamond pattern right there. Careful with PHUN. If I tighten it up, probably a little clearer, you can see it now. You see that? These lower wicks are when brokers open. Sometimes they're not legit, so take that for what you will. Bill? All right, so those are the 4 crazy movers, ninjas only. I have them in red because they're dangerous. Ninjas only. Okay, here's the movers and shakers I have for the day that have setups. Bill or news. Daily inside bar with an upgrade. This is a beautiful chart. They got a big upgrade today. And they have inside bars, daily inside bars. So what you could do is you could say on a pullback to this last support in 299 area, I could look to go long on a high of low bar breakout, or just buy the dip to 299.08 and then put your stop right below 299 or at 298.51. I'm looking long bill. Bruh. This chart was amazing for us. Unbelievable Friday. So now, if you missed that, if you got that trade Friday, why don't you put it in chat and let us know, because I like to celebrate with y'all. Or if you didn't get it Friday, back burner trade set up today, meaning on the 5 minute, already have mine set, but you find your RSI level and you say, let me know when 5 minute RSI crosses 30. This orange line here, mine's already set. So bros, back burner is what I'm looking at. ISRG. Oh, thank you, Fred. I appreciate that. Super tight range. We got a squeeze and daily inside bar. So ISRG, it had some news this morning and it's slipping my brain. Or maybe I'm getting it confused, so scratch that. But this is a really tight range. When you look like the hourly, is it coming and going like you're going in circles? I imagine a man in a room that's like 3 feet long and he just goes and touches one wall and touches the other. He's in such a tight range and he's going stir crazy. Touch the wall, touch the wall, touch the wall, touch the wall. And he loses his mind and he goes crazy either to the upside or downside. So ISRG, tightening range, potential trade setup. Mara, what a crypto weekend. It was a crypto weekend for unbelievable. I traded SHIB and I'm speechless. So resistance 51.49.50, markets popping 51.51, 53.99, support 48.82, 47.37. We have a professional trader in our room, John. He does a great job and he specializes in these miners because of the volatility. Let's go look at that. So $3.48 is your average true range on Mara. So that would be why a day trader, a professional day trader, would be drawn to names like Mara or Coin or Riot, because this average true range, $3.40 on a $49 stock. I mean, maybe I can't do that math that quick. That's 7% moves in a day on average, either to the upside or downside. But that's pretty impressive. So we're looking for a daily high or low on Mara, and you could look for day trading setups on shorter time frames in order to bottom fish that potential daily high or low. Merck. 3 different news headlines this morning. Their COVID pill, their review by Euro people is going on. They have a new drug for a new disease, and they have a new collaboration with a smaller mid cap. So lots of news on Merck. We're watching for that COVID news headlines. A lot of us have lotto calls going into December and January, waiting for that potential COVID approval. It may not happen. Potential cup and handle on the yearly chart. PayPal we went over before I even got officially started, but PayPal's bouncing. We were looking for this bounce. We were totally prepared for it last week because it was just supposition back here saying they may buy pins, and when that got taken off the table, then they pop. So it was up at 273.56. 273.56 before the pins news. So this pins news took it down 12%. So we still have about 6% to go to be back to where we were before the false pins news came out. This could be a big tailwind for PayPal today. Tesla, monster. Tesla has upgraded to $1,200 today. They got a $4.2 billion sell to Hertz. They have a factory in China going up. They have their beta, full self-driving. 10.3 this weekend had bearish news. And then this morning, Elon said they're already rolling out 10.3.1 to overcome those areas. I.e., this will be my only non-SPAC name that I trade today. And give me a pullback. Give me a pullback to 928. As a matter of fact, let me set my alert to make sure I know when it happens. I'm going to set it right above 928. I think a pullback could be a gift. This should have nice volatility in both directions. However, you're up at all-time highs. I don't short blue sky bulls. I don't make it a habit. So I'm not looking to short up here. I'm only looking to go long on any pullback that it gives me. WRBY. Okay. I'm not saying this thing is going to act like bros, but this is definitely one of the queen of the mountain. So Bill, queen of the mountain. Bros, back burner, queen of the mountain. ISRG, nice tight range. Mara, looking for daily high or low. Merck, lots of bullish tailwind. PayPal, looking for intraday setups. Tesla is a king of the mountain, queen of the mountain trade setup for me. Looking bullish on any pullback. And WRBY, queen of the mountain, because this is a newer IBO. This is the Glass company. September 29th, they went live. Look at this beautiful pattern. Look. Okay, let's go look at bros. Does this remind you of something? And then they got that pop on all that initiation. They got that pop. That's what I'm looking at for Warby. So WRBY, Warby, whatever, Warby Parker. So we got double daily inside bars, and we got lots of coverage initiation today. This could be nice and volatile for whoever scalps commons. I don't even know if they have options yet. But I like this setup. Let me give you the levels again. My throat is sore this morning. Okay, those are your levels. Pull back to 57.77 or 57.50 area could be an entry area to get long. So this is it. You can use this on any chart where you have this big pop and you have a pullback into prior resistance, and that could serve as a possible area to get long. You could use your high of low bar, set up stair step, EQ, double bottom, tweezer bottom to look for entry on this name. I think you could get some nice follow through. Do I have any thoughts on Snap call? Snap got hurt by earnings. Daily RSI is what, 26? Weekly RSI oversold? No. 4-hour RSI still oversold. It could work. I would like a pullback and hold of $55 and just don't forget this 52.48 level. It could work, but you're going counter trend, so you have a high risk of getting stopped out. But if you don't get stopped out, it has a nice reward. Goog. I can do Amazon. I sure can. Goog. Earnings tomorrow. I'm assuming after hours. We held this level. They had some bad news last week. It was definitely a lot weaker than usual. If we open up in the middle, where are we? We're here. You know what this looks like? This looks like a premium selling day, but you can't sell premium on earnings week, so scratch that. Because premiums get elevated, it really doesn't work because premium doesn't collapse. You're opening up in the middle of this huge range. Odds favor an inside bar on Google. Amazon. Amazon. Last one. Same thing. Are we opening up in the middle? No, we're not opening up in the middle. This one's much weaker. Much, much weaker. Bears will be looking to short a bounce on Amazon. This is weak, way weaker than Google. All right, that's it for me. Thank you for joining me, TCGers. Dan will be live in 8 minutes over in the room. We have a midday live, an afternoon live for Chart Guys members. They get all of their requests answered within reason. And then I'm going to go start coverage in the chat room, typing up other setups, news that I see. You'll see a lot more of me, TCGers, in the room as always. Thanks for joining me. Use stop losses.